Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of Supergirl, and this time it's Welcome to Earth, and Season 2 is off to a really good start.
We have quite a few new characters.
There's a lot in this episode. I've said this before, but Season 2 starts on a really good start, and this introduces one of the big themes of Season 2. Obviously, we had the cliffhanger from last time with the person who was in the pod, who we now know the name of, is Mon-El from Daxam, who maybe some people might recognize the name of that, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, and there are lots of different little plots going on.
Yeah, first there's Kara, who is working on overcoming biases, for example, with her reporting. She doesn't know how to avoid putting her opinion into her work.
That's the thing.
Then there was when she wanted to talk to Mon-El, and I'm just thinking, no, you're biased, let someone else talk to him and they might get answers.
The one thing I've always wondered, when this show began, it felt like Catco was a magazine company. Now it feels like it's a newspaper company.
I think it's a bit of both. It has a newspaper to it as well.
I guess last season just focused more on the magazine side. Now it's suddenly all about the news. But once again, I really liked Snapper Carr in this episode. Jerk may he be, but everything he says is right throughout the episode.
Yeah.
That's the thing, James, he acts like, oh, it was rude to interrupt the newsroom. And while, yes, James is the boss, every bit that when Snapper was saying, right, these are the things we should talk about, all of them were real arguments that should be brought up.
Yeah.
All of them were good arguments you would bring up in this case. But that's the one thing I like. I like that we're not just saying, oh, let's have all the aliens. I like that we actually have a plot where we delve into the real world ramifications of it all. That's the one thing I love.
I know, I liked how Snapper went around saying, okay, you talk to this person, you talk to this about all that stuff.
That's one thing I love. I love, it's one thing to say we're going to have aliens. It's another to actually say, right, let's build a story. It's something not enough shows have done, is let's build a story where we have aliens on Earth. They're going to try to have equal rights, but then what's all the stuff that comes with it? And I like that there's a lot of arguments on all sides, and a lot of them are valid for both sides. It's not a black and white argument.
Yeah. At first, it kind of reminded me of the Zygons in Doctor Who.
Yes.
Except the difference with the Zygons is people have a twin, and yes, if you see two people that look exactly the same right next to each other, you know one of them's a Zygon, but you don't know which one. And if they're not right next to each other, anyone you see on the street could be normal or could be Zygon.
Although, to be fair, you could say that about anything. We've got shapeshifters, people with telepathy, a lot of different things. So, not everyone's a Zygon, but, I mean, who knows what powers people have? It's a valid argument.
Yeah, some people could be shapeshifters, and the ones that can't shapeshift have been forced to hide in the bar because anyone would recognize them as alien if they have pointy ears or claws or whatever.
Exactly.
As we saw.
And it's just coincidence that, every alien we've seen up until now can look relatively human, like Kara or Mon-El.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this, and all the characters. Snapper makes some good arguments on both sides.
It feels so unfair that some aliens can blend in if they shapeshift or they just look human like Kara, or some can't hide it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's just a show, what are you going to do? But that's the point.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, you're right. If they can't shapeshift, they have to blend in. Although we will get into more about how they can blend in with society later on. But that's...
And then we had our villain of the episode who...
Again, she raises some valid arguments. Even
though she's one of the ones that does look human.
True, but her arguments are valid in the sense that it's not as simple as just, oh, we're free. If you say you're free, you're going to immediately open yourself up to discrimination, which will happen.
Yeah, just because it's the law that everyone has rights doesn't mean everyone's going to treat you normally. I mean, yes, it's like racism. There are, unfortunately, some people, even nowadays, still treat people differently because of their race.
I mean...
Even though it's against the law,
Well, that's the point. That's what the whole alien is just a metaphor for. It's all a metaphor for aliens and immigration and racism and all that stuff. But
Yeah, the
I like the
president
way they
even
take...
made that comparison, saying we built the Statue of Liberty and took in anyone who wants to live in America.
Exactly, and the people saying, oh, some aliens bad, some aliens are good. It's just like the people who say some people of particular ethnicities are good and bad, and there's extremists and so on and whatnot. So it's the exact same point. Every group, there are some people from groups which always get labelled in a harsher light because of extremism.
The difference is, in real life, with racism, they're all human, whereas here, we've got aliens who could potentially have powers where if you upset one of them, they can just kill you right away.
But here's the thing. People like Snapper Carr's argument holds even more truth because they're aliens. Normally people like to say, oh, the immigrants are stealing our jobs, but he makes a good point. Here, aliens could have actual advantages over humans. It's not about cheap labor, it's about more effective labor.
True, they could take some jobs that they are good at. For example, if Kara wanted to, she could go into a job where X-ray vision could be really useful.
Exactly, or just any manual labor job or anything.
So yeah, imagine if the Flash was just wanted to have a normal job. He could get things done really quickly.
Although, you gotta raise a good point. Given the fact of how many metahumans there presumably are in the Flash, you could make the same argument, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot going on. And, then you've got Lena's argument with her invention, with the thing where you can reveal if somebody's an alien.
Which is basically what we had on Earth,
I know, it's the same thing that Wells invented on Earth too, but yeah.
Yeah, so Wells probably had a similar thought that, we should know if there's a meta around. Although I think he mainly invented it to be wary of Zoom, to make it if he comes along.
But what good does it do to tell you that, oh, my friend is suddenly an alien? Or this person is suddenly an alien? What good would it have done if theoretically Kara did push the button and Lena found out?
I'm really curious how Lena would have reacted if Kara did.
What would you achieve? Especially that's the thing. Oh, well... But yeah, and obviously...
Yeah, now that they have rights, you would be punished if you attacked someone just for being an alien.
Yeah, and then getting off... I do like that topic kind of weaves its way into every story. It weaves its way into Kara's story as a reporter. It weaves its way into the parallels with Mon-El, because we barely talked about him. We get Mon-El from Daxam, and you get, like you said, you get Kara being biased against people from Daxam immediately, which I like the fact that, Kara's instantly a hypocrite and goes against herself.
Yeah, but now she can also relate to him because his planet died too.
Yeah, so we'll obviously get into more of that next episode because he only just found out.
Speaking of relating to people, we got a nice cliffhanger ending.
I know. Then you got
John decided to check out the bar, and the first person he meets happens to be a Martian like him.
Exactly. So we've got that cliffhanger where now John's found a Martian, Kara's found a Daxamite. The president's an alien. We finally...
Oh yeah, the president's an alien.
We meet the president, and of course, we have all that plot. And of course, we have to point out that the president is played by Linda Carter. Linda Carter is famous for playing Wonder Woman.
Oh! Okay.
That's why they had that little joke about, you should see my other jet.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah. But... yeah, I'm loving season 2, and here's the thing, this is why I love season 2 and season 4, because it really focuses on this theme. It's one of my favourite things in Supergirl. Some people say, yeah, it's political because it's got the undertones of dealing with racism or immigrants and all that, but it does it in such an intriguing way where it relates to all the characters, and it's not as, although it's the heroes with one particular view, it's not all black and white, and they do present valid arguments on the other side. So it's not just, you can't say, oh, they're pushing an agenda, because they're not. They do give valid points.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying season 2. I'm giving this another 8.5.
Yeah, I was going to go as high as 8.
Man, season 2's off to a good start.
Yeah,
definitely. Don't get me wrong, I always miss Cat Grant, but that aside...
Oh, we didn't even mention Maggie.
We didn't even mention Maggie. We got a new character from Maggie. You know, Alex has got a story because Maggie's the one who introduced us to the alien bar.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot in these first few episodes. I mean, you know, we had our fun with Superman, we missed Cat Grant, but I feel like this is the episode truly getting into season 2.
Yeah, exactly. We're really getting started.
This is really, you know, the first 2 were just kind of building you up. We had because especially since Monel wasn't awake for the first 2 episodes, we dealt with Superman.
Yeah, the first 2 were more focusing on Cadmus, which it was what I thought we would be getting into in this season.
I mean, although we didn't see Cadmus in this episode, Cadmus is all about not trusting aliens and putting humans first and all that thing.
True. If we had the Alien Amnesty Act already in place before when the end of season 1 happened, remember how I was going on about how they were arresting Jean just for being an alien?
Yeah.
Imagine how things would have gone differently.
Well, yeah. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this. What is the next episode called?
Survivors, which I'm guessing refers to Kara and Monel, how they relate being survivors, or also Jean and his new friend.
I know, I was about to say, it's like it could refer to a lot of people. I love that. There's so much going on, and I don't remember, I mean, other than the cliffhangers we have leading into the next episode, I don't remember the plot of next episode, but that's the same with you. Obviously, the only thing you have to go off is what you know going into it thanks to this episode.
Yeah. I think I've seen most of season 2 once, but I don't remember it that well.
Well, that's the thing. You mostly remember, the themes and some of the characters, but you won't remember, the little one-off plots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was a really fun episode, and yeah, I can't wait to get into more of season 2.
Yeah.
This is where Supergirl gets good, because this is what I said. Don't get me wrong, season 1 was good because we had characters, like Cat Grant, but the theme and the story were just kind of one note, whereas there's a lot more complexity, and I love it. Anyway, we'll see you next time for more Supergirl and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.